Welcome back, everyone. Today with us is Roberto Maxxim. He is an author and he's experienced numerous astral visits to other worlds and dimensions since an early age, witnessed alien craft, and physically met with beings from other worlds. His experience attested by witnesses. His experience continued to this day as well, both in sleep and waking states. Roberto, welcome. How are you doing today?
Oh, top of the day. Hello, everyone. Thanks for having me on this program.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us. I'm very much looking forward to meeting you at the conference and hearing your presentation. Now, like it said in your introduction, you've had experiences since a very early age. How old were you when this all started for you?
Well, when I began to really realize what was going on, I was about 5, and that was a physical encounter. It went on from there to astral experiences, then back to physical experiences, then back to astral. Uh, Gosh, I've had probably 11 physical contacts with beings from different worlds. Astrals, I've lost count. And one of the things that I want to bring to MegaCon are going to be videos that I have made of these experiences. And what's interesting is that people who have seen it in some of my conferences, they have suddenly stood up from their seats and said, I've seen that. Now I know what it is. So I've had a lot of confirmation that these experiences are good from people that didn't even know they had that experience or even where it was. The amount of physics, math, and science that has been downloaded, I've discussed with many scientists, including Harvard and Smithsonian, spot on. And I look forward to meeting several scientists also at MegaCon. And I want to keep advancing this science with everyone. It is spiritual science, the proof of interdimensions, a proof of energy, and how the soul works. It will all be explained in my hour and a half discussion.
Now, you said you actually have photographs that you're going to share. Could you kind of give us a little teaser and describe some of the photos that you're going to be sharing with us?
Well, I'll just give a little tidbit. After all, I do want people in the seats. Uh, and now, actually, there will be so much information I'm going to throw at you. If you blink, you lose it. You will not be able to blink. I'm going to show photographs from NASA that will prove that there is life on Mars, that there are buildings on Mars. And I will explain whose they are. Now, there's a lot of controversy. Earth has set up colonies and we're going there, and there's time travel going back and forth to Mars. I'm not going to get into that. I'm only going to describe what I have evidence of, and it's very solid. I will also show evidence of Earth's space program, exactly what it is. I will have witnesses that describe exactly where this was developed, how, and pretty much the who. So that's all coming during this conference, but I'm going to tie it all to how consciousness and the soul works, because without that piece, there is no purpose to it all. You have to understand who is behind these programs, who lives on these other worlds, what do they want, and how are we tied spiritually to them? What is the overall goal of life, and what should we be watchful of, avoid, or get into? That will be very important to get out of this discussion.
Yeah, that's great that you say that, because I've said for a long time that the nuts and bolts type of UFO researchers really need to come together with the more consciousness and spirituality based researchers and put everything together, because there's definite major connections between both that needs to be addressed. And I think I'm glad that's something that you're doing. I'd like to get your thoughts as well on what's going on with mainstream disclosure. There's a lot of talk in the mainstream media about UFOs. Not that I trust a lot of it, but what do you think is going on right now? Why do you think all of a sudden there's so much talk about UFOs and, this sort of slow drip disclosure going on?
Well, I'll be direct. There's a lot of misinformation. There's a lot of wannabes that have no facts. It's all dreamware. And then you have those individuals that are realistically genuine. Now, we hear from all of those all the time. And of course, information does not jive. Unfortunately, we have to live with that. So I can't say that I have an answer to everything. I've been having experiences for about 60 years, and I have a lot to tell. I have a lot to prove, and I will try to present things that I can prove, not just hearsay. And I hope that all of my fellow researchers do the same thing. You say it, you prove it. It's that basic. If we do that, we're really going to have good information out there, and we're going to weed out the wannabes from the realists. That is important. Knowledge of what we are is pivotal. From Alpha Centauri, I was given a very important concept. Technology is for the development of spirit. Spirit is not for developing technology. And unfortunately, where we are right now, we are being driven towards technology, and we're leaving the spiritual factor behind. That should tell you who the kind of people that we are collaborating with today that are not from here. They don't have our best interest in mind. They're dangerous, and we need to watch out. There is a whole other faction, which is called the Brotherhood. Totally different. And I will be presenting the what's and the why nots during my brief program. That's where we want to keep our eyes. We can look up, we can see UFOs buzzing back and forth. We have to ask ourselves, whose are they? Are they the good guys? Or are they the bad guys? Do we really want to make contact? Are we ready for that contact? Are we ready to face an intelligence that is maybe a million years ahead of us? How are we going to behave? How are we going to interpret it? How is our ego going to take it? And are we going to corrupt the information that we get with our own ego? Again, the spiritual factor is critical here. And this is why consciousness needs to be analyzed and needs to be brought into the equation. We can't just side with the UFO faction simply because UFOs are cool. No. Again, spirit is not for developing technology. So don't go into UFOs because you're going to get a free ride, or you're going to make money, or you're going to be famous, or you're going to be helping out the UFO side of things. That's the wrong spirit. Just say the truth, be sincere, and be humble. You do that, and you're going to be able to sort out the weeds from the flowers. Critical to do.
Definitely. So, yeah, I am so much looking forward to that presentation. Now, for people that are interested in finding out more about yourself and your research, what's a good way that they can do so, especially between now and the conference?
I have a website, which is RGAE, T as in Tom, AN.com, and it's loaded with information, loaded with facts, and also drawings and videos that I have made of these experiences. Everyone is welcome to go there. I also have courses that I have prepared on consciousness, science, etc. They're absolutely free. Everything that I do is free of charge. My number one rule is whatever I have received for free, I will give out for free.
That's excellent. Well, Robert, thank you so much for joining us today. And I am super excited for the conference, and I can't wait to meet you there.
Oh, we got a lot to talk about. Give me 5 years to disclose everything.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be a great time. So I look forward to seeing you there June 6th through 12th at the Laughlin UFO Mega Conference. Thank you for joining us, and have a great rest of your day. This year's Laughlin UFO Mega Conference is going to be the world's largest. It's going to feature over 35 scientists, researchers, and contactees, and they're going to present incredible new disclosures over 7 days. You can now register for the full week, half a week, or even by the day or session. And not only is there going to be over 35 amazing presentations, you get a skywatch, meet and greet, you get film screenings, and you get to hang out with me. Go to their website, register now. It's LaughlinUFOMegaConference.com. Like I said, come hang out with me and over 35 of the most amazing people on the planet. Join us for an incredible 7 days of education and disclosure, the Laughlin UFO Mega Conference.